Hey you, perfect soul. Gnosticism is considered to be influenced by Platonism in its dualistic view of worlds and its theory of forms, since forms and ideas are timeless, non-physical and unchangeable essence of all things. Objects and matter in physical world is merely imitations. Gnosticism is also considered to be closely related to Jewish sectarian milieus and early Christian sects. Many Gnostics make reference to Judaism, but mostly with a violent rejection of the Jewish God. Both Paul the Apostle and John the Evangelist have probably also inspired the Gnostic ideas with their emphasis on the opposition between flesh and spirit and the disqualification of the Jewish law. Some scholars even suggest Gnosticism has roots in Buddhism. In later videos, we will also relate Gnosticism with both Kabbalah and the chakra system. But if we instead look at what core beliefs that Gnosticism has that is unique for its tradition, we have the fascinating story of Sophia and the demiurge, which you will find maybe nowhere else. I am Sophia, PhD and author within self-help, spirituality, fantasy action and sociology. In this video series I will describe my personal revelations from the Nag Hammadi collection, which you can find online in a Gnostic library. In my channel you will also find an older video series with summaries of Revelation of John. Like and follow if it feels authentic for you. Let's back up a step in the Gnostic cosmology. The monad had a forethought, Barbeo, and thereafter emanated aeons, referred to as angels, eternal light beings, or energies with a certain trait, divisions of time or order. Gnostics believed that 4 domains was created, with a total of 12 aeons responsible for these domains. The 4 domains are light, mind, will, and word. The 12 aeons are grace, truth, and form, to light, perception, conception, and memory, in mind, understanding, love, and idea, with will, and perfection, peace, and wisdom, with word. Wisdom is also called Sophia. Eventually, divine Adamas, a perfect man, was created with the aeons. Now Sophia, divine wisdom, wanted to bring forth a likeness out of herself, without the consent of the spirit nor her consort. Wisdom searched for more knowledge without bringing with her love and compassion, and the result was imperfect. The somewhat disobedient Sophia birthed the demiurge, but since what she did was not approved, what came out of her was imperfect and different from her appearance. She hid her creation from the other immortal aeons. So the demiurge, also called Yagabauth, Samael, or Siklas, was in isolation outside the pleroma. The demiurge assumed then that he was the only God, birthed from uncompassionate wisdom. He could not but be arrogant. he moved to a kingdom of his own, where he created 12 archons to resemble the 12 aeons. He then created 7 powers or 7 kings in 7 heaven, who each had different faces of lion, donkey, hyena, serpent, monkey, and fire, and then commanded continuous creation until there were 365 archons of his own. The numbers 7, 12, and 365 represent the limitations and framework of physical world with time and calendar. The demiurge is, in other words, not turning out to be that nice. And when he also sees the divine Adamas that the aeons created, he becomes jealous and wants to create a version of his own. Together with 121 name-given archons, the demiurge created their own version and called it Adam. But the creators did not rejoice, because they quickly came to realize that they had together created something that now had the totality of all their powers, and by that was exceeding them all. When they realized Adam's superiority, they threw him down into the lowest region of all matter. And I guess this is where the story of humanity starts. Sophia became aware of the deficiency she had created, and she repented. Sophia's fall represents the descent of divine wisdom into matter, and her redemption is tied to the awakening of humanity through Gnosis. Christ, which in some texts are referred to as Sophia's counterpart, Aeon, restores Sophia, and through her spark guides humanity back to the pleroma, the heavenly center of divine realm. The material world is a result of Sophia's error, but all human beings consist of the divine spark of Sophia that can be awakened. Our consciousness becomes, in an incarnation, more material and heavier, but our journey is to ascend through spiritual knowledge and contemplation. And I guess we can rest assured that since divine Sophia made mistakes and was forgiven, we can all relax, being work in progress. More about the feminine flow and Sophia in next video. Like and follow if it feels authentic to you. Bye.